Hi, thanks for clicking on Kenny Vision. I'm your host, David, and what this channel is about is just sharing some of my life moments with you. After a lot of years watching YouTube and all the do-it-yourself videos and the great entertainment that's on there, it was about time I turned the camera on myself and start giving back. So if you could, please go ahead and click on subscribe. It's free. And if you want to share any comments or opinions or just some tips that may help make the channel better, we'll try to incorporate them the best we can. So without any further introduction, here's our next video. Today we're going to have a quick subject. I started thinking about my love of football, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, and the Patriots. Being from New England, I started up here, but I'm following Tom more than I am the Patriots. So it's been a week now since he won his 7th Super Bowl. He is the greatest of all time, and watching him for 20 years, and actually we lived down in Florida for 15, so when Tom first joined the Patriots, I was down in the Tampa area and then we came up here 15 years later, came back up here because this is where I'm from originally, and then watched him finish out the career here in Boston, and now I see him down in the Tampa Bay area with the Buccaneers and doing great. For 43 years old, he's awesome. So yeah, I have a big respect for what Tom has done for the Patriots. Even back in the 1980s, I was a Patriots fan, and boy, were they bad. They made it to the Bears Super Bowl. I don't know how many of you remember that, but in 1985, and they got crushed by the Bears. When Tom and Bledsoe, they came to the Patriots team, Tom built the Patriots. He really did. And I don't care what anybody else says. Fans come to see the players play. They don't watch the coaches coach. They don't come to see the owners own, but they come to see the players play, and that's why Tom has really been a fan favorite of mine for many years. And now to see him down in the Tampa Bay area, my second home, when I was down there in 2002, I watched Tony Dungy's old team be brought to the Super Bowl by John Gruden, which was very fascinating, and John was really good about giving Tony credit for the team that won the Super Bowl that year. So now that Tom and Gronk and Antonio Brown are all down there, and hopefully more Patriots will go down to the Buccaneers and make another Super Bowl run. It's been great to watch him play, and I've always said years ago, if Tom never wins another game, that's okay by me. He's brought so much enjoyment to the game, and he's really shaped the game in a good, respectable way that's been a lot better to watch. I remember back in the 80s and 90s, it was football in general was brutal, where it was just about tackling people and violent. It was more violent and bloody, and there wasn't much sportsmanship in it. The way the game is played today, it's a lot more precise. I think it's a lot more physical in a respect that it takes a lot more talent and, like I said, precision, and just to achieve what they achieve today. It's great. It's great to watch the game. Especially with a player like Tom. And Gronk. Gronk's amazing the way he comes through, and hopefully maybe Julian Edelman will come down to the Buccaneers. That would be awesome too. But also the McCourty brothers, I give them credit at the Patriots. They're very good players. So it's been a real joy to watch Tom playing in Tampa Bay, and especially for Bruce Arians letting Tom play the way he needs to play, and unlike kind of the way really he was held back at New England, and being here through all that. I know Tom did not want to leave. He really wanted to retire as a Patriot, but circumstances here that they need to recognize the good players and the way they are, and how they helped. Tom built that team. He really did, and I can say that because I've watched the Patriots for over 40 years, and I've seen how they've progressed and gotten better, and it's because the leadership of someone at quarterback like Tom, doing what he needs to do and getting everybody. Is selfless. He gives the team a boost, and it's not all about him. He's not celebrating himself after every play, and he makes mistakes like everybody does, but he promotes the team, and you'll hear how he is during speeches. He'll say, "Hey, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the team that was behind me." So kudos to Tom. I look forward to seeing you next year. That's great. Stay safe, and be well. And that goes for everybody in the sports world. I really appreciate the NFL. During the COVID and lockdown, it's been a really solace for us to be able to watch the games and to get into something positive. I look at football as positive, not just winning and losing, but playing the game the way it should be played with respect. And one nice thing about football these days is penalties are less than they used to be in the past. Okay, I want to say bye for now, and thanks for tuning in, and please hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you later.